YouTube. What's the fucking word? It's your boy Yoy, best that ever did it. True winner, 6 p.m. back with some college basketball for Monday, January 19th. And we still gonna bear down in this motherfucker, man. Bears fell short. Bonehead interception, man. The dude gotta know better than to throw that football, man. With all them circumstances, you had a beautiful pocket. I'm talking about beautiful pocket. Nothing was open, so why would you force a deep throw? All you need is 10 yards, run the ball 3 times, and get a field goal. Terrible loss, but we're going to keep on pushing, though. We're going to bear the fuck down all the way. You know, if you a real Bears fan, you know how we do this shit, man. It ain't nothing new. Monmouth, starting off with Monmouth at home against Northeastern. And before we do get diving in, make sure we subscribing, man. Subscribe. If y'all like the content, if y'all repping down, join the Telegram so you don't miss my best plays. Even if I don't post, if I might miss it a couple days posting on YouTube, I still post in my Telegram chat my best plays of the day, best plays of the week, best plays of the month. So, like I said, it's free till March. Join while you can. Join, tell a friend, tell a family member. But yeah, Monmouth at home, land 4. And I got to go with my boys, Monmouth, to lose the game. I've been trying to go with Monmouth. Every time I choose this team, they find a way to lose the game. I went with them last game. Last game they came out there, absolutely looked like an absolute dog shit against Drexel. The game against, I go against them with a Hofstra. They want to go to overtime and shit. So I'm not liking this Monmouth team, man. They stoop down to competition and they play up to competition. So I could see this Northeastern team really hanging in there after they beat up on Elon at home. Only lost by 9 points to Towson, 9 points to UNC Wilmington, and those are 2 of the better teams in the conference. But like I said, I'm not betting on this, but if I had to pick a side, I got to go with Northeastern plus the points. Stonehill at SFPA. SFPA tried to play their best basketball last game, putting up like 80 points. Very high scoring game. Or they put up 90 to 98. Still did not cover the spread though. At LIU, they only lost by 4. Beat Wagner on the road. And they beat up on Farley Dickinson by 3 before losing to Moyne. Stonehill's 2-9 on the road, but they're 8-3 against the spread. And this is what we can expect from this Stonehill team. Last game out at Mercyhurst, winning overtime. Chicago State takes overtime at Central Connecticut. You lose by 7. At Wagner, you win the game by 9. New Haven beat you by 15. You lose on the road to New Hampshire. I just can't get there with Stonehill in this one. And this is saying a lot, though, because this is one of the worst teams is SFPA. I got to go with SFPA and let this momentum build. They might get their 4th home win of the season. Drexel plus the 6 at Towson. And I got to go with my boys, Drexel. Drexel keep proving me wrong. I got to go with the Drexel Dragons to cover 6-point spread on the road. UVM, University of Vermont, 11-7 on the road. On the season, 4-3. Albany, the Great Danes, 4-1 at the house. But this is the Albany team we know and love to fade. Give me UVM. I think this is a spread right where it should be. 7 to 8 point win for you. Vermont could be in the 12s if they let them really play how they really play. Should be a 12 to 14 point win. UMBC. And UMBC's laying 6 on the road against Binghamton, and I'm laying it. I know they haven't really been doing good against the spread, but I got to go with my boys. University of Maryland, Baltimore, them boys is really solid. I got to really go with my boys. They've really been making us money. I ain't going to lie. I've been picking them on the right game to pick them. This is another game where we have to fade this Binghamton team. Binghamton is that bad. Bryant at NJIT. NJIT's laying 1 versus a 1-10 Bryant team. I got to go with NJIT at the house, money line. Pennsylvania at Harvard. Harvard's laying 5-2 at home. Coming up against this Pennsylvania team who's been wishy-washy all season. But they seem to cover a decent amount of spreads on the road. Like I said, Harvard is fool's gold, but so is Pennsylvania. Harvard absolutely handled Princeton last week. We were on Princeton in that one. Harvard took care of business. I got to get them their props. I think they dropped this one, though. Give me Pennsylvania plus the points. I got to go with my Pennsylvania Quakers. Them boys seem to do their best brand of basketball on the road somehow. They're just a little bit better than what they usually do at home. And like I said, I like a Harvard letdown spot here. So give me the Pennsylvania Quakers plus the points. Next, we got Iona at St. Peter's. St. Peter's is 8-1 at the house. Out of 9 games, 8-1. 6-2 against the spread at home versus an Iona team who is a little bit suspect in times, but they are at least 6th place right now in the MAAC. So they still not bad, but like I said, they lost outright to Rider last game. Rider got their 2nd win of the season. 1-12 Rider team. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is what we can expect when Iona goes on the road. Their last 2 road games came against a Rider team. That's a 4-point loss. That's 8-point favorites. Then the game before that on the road, they played Marist. They put up 38 points and allowed 83. So I got to go with St. Peter's in this one against Iona. Iona is the better team in the home spot. I can't get there with Iona on the road. Merrimack at Marist. Marist laying 7. Marist is the same team who handled this Iona team by 50 points almost. But Merrimack is, like I said, they're the best team, 2nd best team in the MAAC this season. Conference play came, they just start balling out. Like I said, they only lost against St. Peter's on the road, lost by 13. St. Peter's got a real good home court advantage. But they beat up on Quinnipiac at home, went on the road, handled Siena, beat up on Mount St. Mary's and Manhattan. The only game they lost before this was University of Vermont, which is a damn good team. I think this is too many points here for Marist, though. We know Marist. We know what to expect from Marist. Whole bunch of defense first, defense first, defense first. Marist don't really score the ball too big, but they fucking love defense. So it's not a lot of points, not a lot of room to cover large spreads when it's a lower scoring team. I got to go with the Merrimack Warriors to get the spread. 7 points is way too many. This is the 2nd best team in the conference. They're not. This is always a close conference, the MAAC. I got to go with the points. New Hampshire at Maine. Zayden. Go ahead. New Hampshire at Maine. Maine is really one of the worst teams in the country. The Maine Black Bears, 3-16. 0-4 at the crib against the spread. They haven't covered the spread all year. But so is New Hampshire's 0-10 money line on the road. So it's going to be somebody got to give. Something got to give in this one. But if I had to pick a side, I've liked what I've seen from New Hampshire a little bit more throughout the season. A little bit more offense for New Hampshire. Just super slightly. But like I said, I don't like betting 0-10 road teams. But if I had to pick a side, I would pick New Hampshire. Sacred Hearts laying 3.5 against Rider. And I think Rider loses this one, no doubt about it. Sacred Hearts not one of the worst teams in the country. They're still in the top 275 and up. Could be borderline 300s, but Rider is one of the, if not in the 360s, out of 365 schools, Rider is top 355 at least. Like, really, this should be an easy game for them to cover. Coming off of a big win, a momentum builder win, anomaly win. This is a very good letdown spot for Rider. Rider goes back down to their regular ways, loses this game as well. Sacred Heart, money line. Cornell at Brown, and I'm going with Cornell all day long. We know what to expect from Cornell. A bunch of points. Brown cannot hang with this team for 40 minutes. That's as strong as, that's as simple as that. This is as simple as that. I know they got the Columbia win, and Columbia beat Cornell a couple games ago. But like I said, man, we got to expect what we know from these two teams. I can't go off of this Providence cover. You know what I mean? Get 19, you only lose to by 7 to Providence. You took about, what is that, 22 days off for a break? Who the fuck? That's why they don't never play a lot of games. Like, I don't get it. These dudes always take their little bye early. Cornell, we know what to expect from Cornell. They went on the road against Yale. That's Yale. They got shut down for sure. 30-point loss. But you play Dartmouth at home, lose by 11. Columbia, you put up 99, lose by 5. You damn near should have won that. You got a good cover against Michigan State. Like I said, people don't know that they've really been in a real bad slump in their last 10 games, only winning 2. But they had a way tougher schedule than Brown, and I got to go with the Cornell Big Red, man. The Big Red gonna do it. Get their what they at 7-9. They turn into 8-9. I gotta go with Big Red money line on that one. Columbia at Yale, and I'm going with Yale all day long. Yale, too strong at home. Yale should win this game comfortably. I don't know if it's a 9-10 point game, but it's no doubt about it that I'm laying the spread with Yale, taking the money line with Yale. Everything points to Yale in this one, but be careful on the spread because Columbia is not that bad either. And I think this is at least a 4 or 5 point win for Yale, though. All jokes aside, 4 or 5 point win. Give me Yale money line. Wagner, 1 point underdog on the road against Farley Dickinson, and Farley Dickinson is not gonna win this game. Give me Wagner in that one plus the points. Fairfield at Siena. Siena's laying 7. Come on now, 5. Come on, man. They're laying 7 at the crib against Fairfield. This is a straight-up coin flip game. Give me Fairfield plus the points. Siena should win the game, though. Mount St. Mary's laying 3 against Niagara. Give me Mount St. Mary's. I just like what I've seen straight up from this program, more than I've seen from Niagara. Niagara is terrible. Niagara can't really stop me and you if we stepped on the court. And I definitely know Mount St. Mary's got more power on the defensive end than Niagara. Niagara's not stopping no backdoor cuts, no layups. They very, very, very seldomly get a lot of blocks, steals. Very sloppy team. Mount St. Mary's is the way better team. Not super like a big talent gap, but it's a still way better team than Niagara. Give me Mount St. Mary's. I'll lay the spread. Manhattan's catching 12.5. They're 1-8 on the road. Straight up money line and against the spread. 1-8 out of 9 games. Going up against Quinnipiac. Let's check the injury report. Because Quinnipiac's top scorer was out for the last 3 or 4 games. Let's see if he is returning. Quinnipiac. Are they returning their best player? That's going to be the question in this one. Because I know they finna win the game. But it's about how much do they win by. Yes, sir. Injuries report is clean. I don't see Buddy on the injury report at all. And they're coming off of a thrallop against Merrimack, too. Coming off of a thrallop. Yeah, that boy back. That boy back. Back on track in his return. He finished with 18 points. The top scorer, Zimmerman. Take Quinnipiac minus the 13 points. It's a little bit much, though. It's a little bit on the meaty side. Last time we seen these two teams play, Quinnipiac lost outright, 79-80, laying 8. And this was January of 2026, so this was a couple days ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Like I said, they didn't have their best player in this one, Zimmerman. But we see what happened in this game. 15 turnovers for Quinnipiac, Manhattan, 11. Points, they put up 80, 70, what they won, 79, 80. 15, 16, 10 for 10 for both teams shot good from the free throw line. Quinnipiac made 2 more threes at 41%. So good shooting day for Quinnipiac. It just fell up short. Simply, they just fell short. They just fell short without their best player. I think they bounced back in a major way. They could put the pounding on these boys. At home, we seen them take care of Marist. Mount St. Mary's. Barely lost to St. Peter's. Put it on Monmouth on the road. Put it on Iona on the road. Won by 21. Like, this team could get going. Have a Pittsburgh win on the road by 8. They could get this. They could get going against Manhattan at any point. Give me Quinnipiac. Drop this down to 7.5. Central Connecticut at Mercyhurst, and I gotta go with Central Connecticut. We taking the heater. We're getting the heater. We're staying on the heater. This team is not fucking with Central Connecticut at all. Losing outright in overtime to Stonehill. Before that, you lost to LIU by 2 on the road, beating Wagner by 1. Farley Dickinson at home, you lose outright by 7. You know what I mean? Other than that, you really haven't beat anybody at all besides Loyola, Illinois on the road when they were in their bad slump. This is still a Central Connecticut's team who's second in the Northeastern Conference. Beating up on SFPA last game, covered the spread for us. Beat up on Moyne on the road for us by 10. You know what I mean? Stonehill, 10-point win. I mean, not a 10-point win. That was a 7-point win. Laying 7.5, so a hook. Beat up on New Haven by 12, 11. I got to go with these boys. You know what they could do to bad teams. They showed it already. Way better team, way better offense in Central Connecticut. Give me them boys. They're putting up damn near 100 points any moment. Got to go with them boys again. LIU at Moyne. Give me LIU to win the game. And I'm liking what I've seen in this team. LIU, the Sharks, they really show up when we really expect them to now. It's like, this is the damn new and improved LIU team. They used to be one of the bottom feeders in this weak-ass Northeastern Conference. But Moyne is still third place right now. But like I said, they don't fare well against LIU historically. LIU just always seem to have their number. Gotta go with them boys. You see they can't even put away Mercyhurst. You only got to win over SFPA, Chicago State, and New Haven. When they play solid, decent teams, formidable teams, they ass crumble like a cookie. Give me LIU straight up money line or against the spread. St. Joseph's at VCU. VCU's laying 15 in this one. St. Joseph's, sorry. Like I said, VCU could win this game by 8 to 9 points easily. 7 to 8 easily. 15 is a little bit much, though, man. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. 15 is a little bit much. They beat Duquesne by 13. I know they're going off of this road win against Richmond. They stayed feisty with them. But they got their ass whooped by St. Louis. St. Louis put the 23-point beat down on them. Couldn't even really hang in there with Princeton for real. Lost by 15, 14 to UNLV. Lose by 9 points to Pennsylvania. They got a good cover against Syracuse. I don't know, man. It's a little bit much. It's a little bit much action for 15 in this one, but I think they win the game by 8 to 9 points comfortably. Give me VCU. 11-point win at most. McNeese land 7. After that, upset, ugly win last game. And they suck on the road. This is where they're really the worst at. I wouldn't be surprised if they lose this one outright, man. They've covered one spread on the road all year out of 6 true D1 games. Give me A&M Christi. I think the home team covers. Give me Corpus Christi. Moorhead at Howard. Moorhead State is on the road facing Howard. No spread yet to be determined, but I'm pretty sure Howard's going to be the favorite. Oh, they playing a D2 school. That's why. Morehouse. Come on now. A&M, Alabama A&M, 1-point underdogs against Alabama State, and this is a disrespectful line here. And I know Alabama State's 2-8 in their last 10 games. That's why they're getting a pick'em spread here. They've been miserable. I ain't gonna hold you, man. But they did finally get a win against Alcorn State in their last one at home before losing to Jackson State as a 7-point favorite. Lost by 11. Lost to Arkansas Pine Bluff. We keep telling people about them. I took Arkansas Pine Bluff in that one. They beat up on Mississippi Valley State by 20 to open up conference play. We took them then too. And this is another spot we're taking them, man. I'm sorry. I know what they've been through. They had a very, very rough non-conference schedule. But Alabama A&M, when you go on the road, you handle Jackson State at home. You lose to the same Alcorn State team at home. You play Mississippi Valley State on the road, win by 20 as well. Cool. We took you then too. We took them too against them same dudes. And you went on the road against Arkansas Pine Bluff, lose by 12. You're just not winning at all, really covering no road games. The only game you covered on the road was against the worst team in the country, Mississippi Valley State. I don't think you're winning this game or covering this spread at all. Alabama State's the better team. Not the better team. Let me take that back. They're not the better team, but they are in the better position here. Road versus home. Got to go with the home team, Alabama State. What them boys is, the Hornets? Yeah, them Hornets going to fall out. They going to ball out in the club. They going to fall off in the club. They going to fall off in the club. They going to win that game. At home, let's do it. George Washington at George Mason. Battle of the Barn Burners. George Washington is crazy good this year versus a very, very, very stellar number one in the fucking Atlantic 10. I gotta go with my boys George Mason though in this one. Last time we seen these two teams play, 80-65 final. And then look at what their resume has been doing, man. They 30-point win against Wofford. Beat Winthrop by 6. Dubbed New Hampshire, dubbed Jacksonville, dubbed Ohio, beat FAU by 9. You know what I mean? Damn near dubbed JMU. Damn near dubbed Cornell, lose to Virginia Tech. And then other than that, they won by 12 against Old Dominion. Beat Loyola Maryland by fucking 7. Pennsylvania by 4. LaSalle by 5. University Rhode Island team at home by 11. Fordham on the road, won by 9. VCU as an underdog, won by 6. Loyola, Illinois, won by 8. I think they covered the spread, no doubt about it. Give me George Mason. Not enough points. 7-point win there. Texas A&M, East Texas A&M at Incarnate Word, and Incarnate Word's not ready yet. But they asses keep getting good matchups. You know what I mean? I'm waiting on this Incarnate Word team to really find a matchup because it ain't McNeese. They got McNeese number. I'm really waiting on them to find a fucking matchup. I got to go with Incarnate Word in this one. They played at Houston Baptist, lose by 11. Lose by 11 to A&M Corpus Christi. New Orleans beat you by 10. Nicholls State beat you by 12 on the road. As soon as you go on the road, you crumble. Incarnate Words, handling business. Took a win last game. We took them against Northwestern State. I got to keep going against all Eastern Texas A&M teams, man. These boys are the better team. Give me Incarnate Word. Lay the spread. Providence at Marquette, and Marquette's the favorite. Even though they're 1-9 in their last 10, this is still a Shaka Smart driven basketball team. This is the worst Marquette team we've seen in the last 20 years. We just gonna call a spade a spade. Marquette, they ain't never looked this bad in about 20, 30 years, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. They 6-13. Really bad team, but I've been seeing their last couple games, though, man. They played really good to the last fucking second against Villanova. Game before that, game after that, they played very good, very to the end. Like, 3 seconds to go, they're still in the game. Like, they going to get this win, I think, against Providence. Providence coming off of a very emotional win last game, man. Them boys barely won against Creighton, but they did it. They did it. They beat Creighton. But before that, they lost to Xavier on the road by 13, lose to Villanova decisively. think this is just a bad spot for Providence, man. Coming off that emotional win, going on the road, hostile environment. Give me Marquette, man. Get their 7th win of the season. Princeton on the road, land 1 against Dartmouth. Dartmouth is the underdog at the crib. 8-8 on the year. Princeton 6-12. Princeton's yet to win a road game. They should not be the favorite. Give me Dartmouth. Dartmouth money line. Tired of taking Princeton. I'm tired of just thinking it's gonna be the good old Princeton team. No. Dartmouth money line. Bethune-Cookman land 3 against Arkansas Pine Bluff. And I keep telling y'all about Pine Bluff. This is not the worst team in the country no more, like they used to be. Give me Arkansas Pine Bluff at home as an underdog. They're 4-1 at the crib, covering spreads. Give me them Arkansas Pine Bluffs. Bethune-Cookman should not be a road favorite against anybody. Loyola Maryland lands catching 6-7 on the road against Lehigh. And Lehigh is 4-4 at the house. I got to go with Lehigh in this one. Road team against a good home team. Lehigh is going to win the game. Loyola Maryland, they're not really winning this game. They're not beating anybody on the road. Straight up, they're 1-8 this year on the road. They're not getting there. No. They're 2-8 in their last 10. There's just too much going against them. Better team is Lehigh in that one. Lehigh, money line. New Haven, 1-point favorites against Chicago State. And I'm definitely going with New Haven in this one. Give me New Haven all day long. It's not enough points. New Haven wins the game by 7. It's SFA playing Nicholls State. Give me Nicholls State plus the 3.5. SFA is the better team, 15-3. We took them last game. They got the job done for us. Money line. 5-point win. Land 6. You know what I mean? Before that, they've been covering all spreads since the start of conference play. Cover. Cover machines. I just think this is a little bit of a hectic environment to go into. Nicholls State will be all there. Their crowd will be all there. Last time we seen these two teams play, 20-point win for these boys. Coming off an ugly Lamar loss. I think this is a buy low spot. This is a real good buy low spot. Like I said, SFA should win the game. They are the better team. I don't doubt it if they win this game by 7 or 8 points. SFA's been 15-3 all year. They're way better than these boys, but the 3.5 spread is fishy, telling us it's going to be a one-possession game. I got to go with the home team in that one with the fluky referee bullshit. AC Law is on the road against UTRGV. UTRGV just got that big underdog win against McNeese. And I know they're going to definitely lose this game. Give me C-Law to win the game. Prairie View is land 2 against Alcorn, and I got to go with Prairie View in this one. We tried to go with Prairie View against Jackson State last game. It didn't work out for us. But Arkansas Pine Bluff, they did catch a bullet, thinking it was sweet on the road. They beat Mississippi Valley State by only 1, laying 20 points. So that kind of scares me as well. But I cannot back Alcorn State. They're looking 2-14 on the money line. Give me my boys, Prairie View A&M. FAMU is laying 12 on the road against Mississippi Valley State. And Mississippi Valley State's been trying to, like I said, they covered the last game. They covered the game against Prairie View. I just think this is just not their matchup in this one, though. This is not their matchup in this one. I got to go with my boys, FAMU. FAMU could really ball. They could beat up this team badly. Last time we seen these two teams meet was a 30-point loss when they were only 15-point favorites January of last year. I think the same thing happens here. This could be a 25, 24, 18-point win for FAMU. Texas Southern at Jackson State, and I got to go with Jackson State to build off that a good win. True good win against a Prairie View team who should have beat you last game. I think they let the momentum build over here. They've been covering more spreads than Texas Southern. Give me Jackson State to continue rolling. Lamar at New Orleans. Lamar is 2-point favorites on the road playing New Orleans. New Orleans 2-3 at the crib. They got a good marquee win against TCU. I gotta go with New Orleans in this one. Lamar solid. They got a good road win in the last one. They are 7-2 against the spread on the road. They've been a good road team. This gonna be a coin flip, but I gotta go with the home team. I think they got a little bit of juice to kind of get underneath them in this one. Give me New Orleans. I don't like it though. Don't bet this one. Northwestern State at Houston Christian, and I gotta go with Northwestern State plus the points. I know what I've watched from both of these two teams all year. Northwestern State got the better offense and the defense. I ain't gonna cap to you. The defense over there at Northwestern State's super slightly better. If you watch that North Texas game, the score is misleading. Northwestern State was in that game the whole way out, and then North Texas just got a leader. I'm talking about super hot from three, kind of pulled away at the very last moment, but Northwestern State is better than Houston Baptist, man. Come on, man. Houston Christian, come on. Get that bullshit out of here. 2-8 in their last 10. They not weeding up on Northwestern State. One of the underdogs of the day, Northwestern State. Montana State is 3-point underdogs playing Northern Colorado. And we took Northern Colorado last game against Sacramento State. Sacramento State wins in overtime. Montana State played their rivalry game, Montana, last game. They win the game by 9 points. So going on the road against an emotional win against your home, in-state rivals, you go on the road, you beat Eastern Washington by 4, and you lose to Idaho by only 3. NAU, you win. You played the same Northern Colorado team, win by 15. What happened in this game? Let's look at these boys. So Montana State had 4 double-digit scores, 13 for 18 from a field goal, free throw. 3-point made, 10 for 28, 36%, above their season average. 9 for 25, 38, 36% for Northern Colorado, and they were 92% from the free throw, above their season average. With only 12 turnovers, so not really a miserable game from Northern Colorado, but Montana State just were 52% from the field, made half their shots, but they were 15 points better than you guys at the end of the day. I think they still are, man. I think they're a little bit better than this damn Northern Colorado team. Northern Colorado has been on a downwards trend. The Bears, they started off this season crazy hot, and they went into the Colorado Buffaloes crib and actually won outright, like as an 11-point underdog. So the Northern Colorado Bears is a solid team. I think they're just in a slump right now, and I'm not fucking with them. They're 3-7 in their last 10, straight up. I gotta go with the hotter team here. Give me Montana State as a 3-point underdog, and they are underdogs of the day. Montana's coming on the road against NAU. NAU's one of the worst teams in the conference. In the conference, they are 10th in the Big Sky. I gotta go with my boys, Montana, to win the game by more than 5 points. Cover the spread there. Last game on the board is Hampton at home versus NC North Carolina A&T. And Hampton's been flawless at the crib. Covered all 3 spreads, 5-0 straight up. When they go on the road, though, it's automatic fade. When they come at home, they beat Towson. They beat Stony Brook, 2 of the top teams in the conference. Loyola Maryland by 21. They beat App State by 34. At the crib, you know what I mean? Like, this is the shit I'm talking about. They're a completely different road team. They do have a road win against Brown, weak ass. Yeah, man. I know what to expect from this home team. Hampton Pirates at home, you just take them. 5-0, it don't change here. North Carolina A&T on the road, good at covering a little bit of spreads, but they're 13th, and they're not gonna come in here and just win this game. They lost to Stony Brook on the road, lost to William and Mary, lost to who was that? Charlotte, lost to Davidson. Lost to Howard. Beat UMass by only 3. I gotta go with my boys at the house. Give me Hampton. The Pirates continue to be flawless. Top 3 plays for Monday, January 19th. Give me Montana State as the underdog of the day. Montana State comes into Northern Colorado, wins the game. They already beat this team by 15 points. We're not asking for them to beat them by 15 points again. We just asking for them straight up money line play. I think they better than them still. Give me Montana State. The first best play, second best play on the board. I ain't gonna lie, it's gonna have to be FAMU. Florida A&M against Mississippi Valley State. Lay to 12 points. This could easily be a 20-point win. Easily. Give me FAMU. Third best play on the board. New Haven is a good candidate. Incarnate Word is a good candidate. George Mason is a good-ass candidate. But the third best play, man. Third best play. Who we gonna give it to? Who we gonna give it to? Who we gonna give it to? Let's go UMBC. Nah, we ain't gonna go UMBC. Let's go crazy. Let's go ahead and take these boys. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Let's go with these boys. George Mason at the crib. 17-1. 12-0 at the house. We just take George Mason against George Washington. Third best play of the slate. Cook it up, take it to the bank. Make sure y'all join the Telegram. This link is in the description. And I'll see y'all boys on Tuesday.